Okay, so this is Woodworker's Toolbox by Jeffrey. The title is good and the subtitle is good. There's no repeating keywords. The icon is very good. Definitely tells you exactly what the app is for. Screenshots. Choose the right wood from a database. Your whole workshop. A lot of the titles in white are feature driven. I would make them benefit driven. That's generally better for selling. The background color gradient is not the best in my opinion. I'd try a lighter brown and maybe ditch the gradient. Looking at the description, stop doing shop math in your head. It tells you what the app is, all the features. No ads, no subscription, no account. Very good. So you have M dashes all over the place here. This is completely subjective, but a lot of people see those and immediately assume that this is written by ChatGPT or Claude. So you could remove them and replace them with commas, or just change it to a regular dash. Moving on to the app itself. I am looking at this as someone who's not a woodworker, so bear that in mind. This is quite nice. I like that you've used borders or outlines rather than shadows. A lot of people use shadows way too much, and in my opinion, a grey shadow against a white background just looks really shit because it makes the screen look like a blurry mess. And info here, that's nice, yeah. It's always good to say thanks. So for anyone who doesn't know, this is a paid upfront app. It's about $9.99 depending on where you are. Got your privacy policy, the website and support, all good. Then the settings button, change your measurements from imperial to metric, and hardness. Again, not a woodworker, I don't know what these mean. Leave it at whatever that is. Fraction calculator. So here, what I would do is lessen the padding between the calculator buttons and the edges of the screen so that the padding matches the text box above them, left and right. I personally hate when there is black text on anything that's not white. So divide, multiply, subtract, add, equals, I'd make those white. It'd just look better. The only exception being if the background is yellow. Go back here, lumber calculator. So these buttons here, padding needs to be increased. That looks quite bad. The shadows on these, I don't like them. So this is pretty helpful, but actually no, that's fine. There was something, never mind. Now for unit converter, Cool. Maybe a bit of space between common conversions and the 1/64. Since it's not one, they're not part of the same card. I'd put a gap. This is being cut off at the end, but I don't really see a reason why you need to do that, so I'd get rid of that. Wood movement. These here, they should scroll to the edge of the card and not have this same padding as the title and everything else. Overall, I do like the theme of the app though. It does look like an Apple app in a way. You have dark mode supported too. Drill bit. So this text here, the alignment of this page is a bit all over the place. Try and get desired hole size to align with drill bits. Same with the text field. Enter the size of the desired hole is aligned with it, but I think it might be better if you kept it left aligned, but moved it more towards the center since it sits above the calculator. Standard stuff. This search field should ideally dismiss if I start to scroll or I tap anywhere else outside of it, instead of only when I press enter. Species. Good stuff. The scrolling is edge to edge, which is nice. You can change the sorting. Explains what Janka hardness is. It's good because I've no idea what that is. Shrinkage chart. More useful information. All quite good. This doesn't seem to work. The similar hardness only switch. Maybe I need to put something in. If you only want people to put numbers in, you should not allow them to add letters by setting it to a numbers only keyboard. Okay, now it works. To make this easier to read, I would probably put the first two paragraphs left aligned like the rest of the content. These are being clipped. like before. Can't dismiss the calendar calculator by tapping outside. Okay, it did when I touched the segmented control, but it should for anywhere really. More info. Overall, I think it's a pretty well designed app. It would be very helpful for woodworkers. The price of $9.99 is quite fair. You could possibly even charge more. There's just a few bits of the UI that I would improve. That's it, really.